Hello.
Hi.
I'm excited to get into the new season.
You are?
Yeah, I always am. So nothing particularly over-violent in this part is the next part.
Right. Okay. So it's all sunshine and rainbows in this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is the title?
Oh
scene?
no.
I don't get to see the new intro.
You get to see it next episode.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
All in
Yeah. Maybe for more.
Maybe.
Well, nobody really knows who wrote this one, but we'll get into that later.
In the last one, it took quite a few minutes to get to the Doctor Who stuff.
I suppose so, yeah. It must be an Eric Saywood thing. Yes, I think it must be, because Earthshock's the same, the Visitation is the same. Yeah. In the new series, this would be like the pre-titles bit.
Yes. Right. Yeah. I vaguely remember that. Now it just got very Doctor Who.
Repair the chameleon circuit. The TARDIS, when working properly, is capable of many amazing things.
I regenerated, and yet you've undertaken so much work.
Unstable? This is me, Perry. Just hold on.
Oh.
Epic parachutes.
Ah, yeah. Can't mistake that. Can't mistake which planet this is.
Can't mistake London from 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Inside that building is
Do you recognise him?
How long will you need?
Him in the red tag.
Yeah.
No, based to back of the car.
So that's Lytton, who we saw in Resurrection of the Daleks.
Jobs today.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's the same character.
Oh!
It's
Oh
Lytton.
my word!
Don't argue.
No, that's some
stuff
stuff ready.
I'm on my way in.
Do you remember him? The mercenary leader guy who was working for the Daleks.
At least the TARDIS.
A police uniform.
Okay.
Be grateful.
Would it have been 1985 now?
Damage my ego.
Yes.
Come on, then, Doctor. No one is more
Yes.
surprised than you.
I think so, yeah.
They're not jumping ahead to the future anyway.
No,
From 84.
it's not a unit story. Although those were technically around this time, I suppose.
Music's taking quite a bit of it.
This looks familiar.
Oh, is it? Oh! Is this the beginning?
Scrapyard.
Oh, neat, Doctor.
Neat.
Finally!
I mean, there's
The
nothing at all
TARDIS is a
insulting
TARDIS.
about that.
I called you Zoe, yeah? Oh, they don't hate villains like her anymore. A woman of rare guile and devilish cunning.
Zodin was in the Five Doctors when it's the second Doctor in the brig relating. Oh, don't forget how we fought the terrible Zodin.
Oh.
It's just a villain that they make reference of that never has appeared.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, Susan.
Yeah. Yeah, Foreman.
Yeah, well, supposing there really are aliens here on Earth, I mean, does it really matter?
It's another thing I've got to get used to now. The TARDIS not looking like a blue police box.
This is getting ridiculous.
I'm not saying a word.
I'm certain I fixed it.
I was gonna say you should try playing it. Shh. Oh yeah, that was used in the Dalek Invasion Earth 2158.
What was?
That music. The da-da-da.
Oh, right.
Oh.
He's got a gun.
I'm not lying, baby. Look, I'm comfortable enough, though. Let me help you out.
What? Oh no. I've got a handful of stories involving sewers now.
Yeah, there's been a few. Can you think of any off the top of your head?
The Web of Fear.
Nope, that was the London Underground.
Oh, okay. Talon's had it a bit.
Yes.
Yes. What person wouldn't want to see sewer monsters as opposed to
Come to London, see the sewer monsters.
Oh dear. Oh. Oh yeah. They're definitely sewer
I
monsters.
remembered who's doing the music now. It's Malcolm Clark because it's the Earthshock music.
So, he's gone from working with the Daleks to the Cybermen.
But one of the stories where we had sewers was the invasion. And the Cybermen are in the sewers. You were so close!
Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, I remember the Cybermen coming out of the sewers and into the streets, but not the sewers themselves.
You have a ship hidden on the dark side of the moon.
Like in the invasion.
Yes, but where do you come from? You will know where he is.
I assume he's still on the planet Telos.
What's Telos?
That was. I know it was. You know it was the Cybermen.
Yeah, that's where Tomb of the Cybermen was on. That, yes, that planet.
Okay. Maybe we'll go back there. Somehow. Oh.
Don't do that!
The sounds that they're playing.
Cyber control.
It's a step up from a 2.
Control.
Can you prove that? Get your hands back on the wall.
Oh. Sonic Lance.
Who are you? I've already told you. I am known as the Doctor. I'm also a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Castorberus. Shoot him, Perry. Yeah. You murder a police officer, you'll get 30 years. Handful of heartbeats to Time Lord.
Please tell me what he wants to know. I'm sure it can't be that important.
Are you looking for me? Well, hurry up. I haven't got all day.
The music definitely reminds me of 2.
It's the same music from Earthshock.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Like, exactly?
Yes.
Oh.
Like in Tomb, the Cybermen kind of have their own theme now that comes back.
You're mad!
This would have liked them. Army first read a black.
This Doctor's definitely more violent.
He's not shot anything yet, though.
No, but he's always talking about it, like, kill him, Harry.
It was a way to get information out there.
I suppose, but...
They didn't actually kill him, did they?
I suppose, but...
He's a bit more
Quite
cold
extreme.
and practical. I don't think he would have actually killed him.
Yeah. Oh!
How does this thing work?
Read the health and safety handbook. Oh! God! What? What the heck? Oh man! Just when they get the town's working, it's now full of Cybermen. Somehow! I'm really liking this one.
Yeah?
Massive step up from twin planet.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Feels more like the sort of the good old update.
There's a lot of callbacks to old Cybermen stories
Well, even
and to an unearthly child as well.
yeah.
The guy playing the cyber controller.
Yeah.
You know, the Cyberman with the bigger head.
Yeah.
It's the same guy that played the cyber controller in Tomb of the Cybermen.
Wow.
They got him back.
They should have used the original design.
Huh?
They should have kept that
Well,
design.
they probably didn't have it. They
Ah.
probably destroyed them.
What?
Made them into something else. They don't. I mean, well, maybe they did keep them. They sometimes keep things. But
Ah, my word. Yeah, it's been so long since we watched The Invasion.
it has.
Like, the sort of, the more powerful bits are the ones that sort of I remember.
Yeah.
As I said, when they emerge and walk the streets.
About end of part 5, maybe, or part 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 7. I don't know. That was an 8-part story.
And the stuff in the International Electromagnetic...
International Electromagnetics, yeah.
Yeah.
Well remembered.
Is that what is it? Actually,
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Thank goodness. I didn't remember. I called it all sorts. Right, let's watch part 2. Yes, it is part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be part 3. No.
It's fine.
What do you think of the formats? The two?
I think I like it. I mean, it depends on how the story itself is.
As always.
Yeah. So I think for stories that are very entertaining, sort of really hook you in, it's good for that.
Yeah.
Because it sort of keeps you watching sort of longer, and then I don't know. I like it. I like it. Okay, that's an alright title. Attack of the you could play Cybermen with anything.
Defense of the Cybermen. Nap of the Cybermen. Massage of the Cybermen.
I did say replace Cybermen with anything,
Oh.
not attack. Because, you know, attack of the... There's so many different things.
We certainly aren't going anywhere except Telos, wherever that is.
Yes, where is
It's a lovely place.
Look, I'm finding all this a bit disturbing. Cybermen now, Daleks. They could have built their own hibernation plants and refrigeration chambers anywhere.
Well, why not on their own planet? I assume they had one.
Cyber control reports that we
What happened? Yeah.
irregular
Do you know
signal.
what happened?
Prepare for our arrival on Telos.
She's destroyed one of them.
And
Bye.
bring the
The
doctor.
Yeah.
Mondas.
So in a way, this is all his fault.
Tell them how it was destroyed.
You're enjoying this.
It's not often I have the opportunity to watch a Time Lord swear.
Next time, we will give you.
He just regenerated. He doesn't need to go through it right away.
And the controller awaits your arrival.
Oh my god. Wow. Oh my. That should have given me a warning for that.
Stranded on Earth. They sent out a distress call. The Cryons picked it up.
And we told her the Cybermen.
Equivalent of £2 million in uncut diamonds.
Use the crowds and don't say little.
That is a common on Telos.
Intend to change history.
They can't. It's against all the laws of time.
Hasn't stopped the Doctor. It was the 10th planet, yeah.
Yeah.
So then the 10th planet would never have happened.
Never
The Doctor would have never regenerated.
It detects Cybermen.
I'm sure he would have done it
Well,
at some point.
okay, that's true, but
Don't turn around.
he might have stayed a bit longer in that that version.
Their conditioning process doesn't always work.
A sort of regions.
That's one way of putting it.
Halley's Comet.
That's right. They plan to divert it. cause it to crash into Earth.
I like how the Sonic Romance is just a thing now.
It's only been a thing for this story.
If I try to move the TARDIS, anything could happen. We said we could.
And how warm is it inside the TARDIS?
But
True.
it has been taken.
I hate that so much.
You hate it.
Yeah. There you go. Look at that.
You could have saved yourself.
That's too much for a
I don't
The Doctor
Sure.
Who, definitely.
yeah. That's it. Doesn't get worse than that in Doctor Who, so you're alright. You're alright now.
Okay. A little hand crushing, it's okay.
Oh, it's alright from time to time.
Now it's all peaceful and happy.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's not really in the tone of the whole thing, is it? Neither. Is that someone in the crew?
Where?
Hold on, I need to.
Oh,
inside.
yeah, there's someone there! What?
I'd never noticed that before.
Who's doing that?
It's alright, we can't see you.
Is there like an extra camera they didn't use?
I don't know. We spent this entire story following those three. They got so far. Right at the end, they get killed.
Now he's on his way to being a Cyberman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a very dark turn this late.
The Cybermen!
What do you make it happening?
He doesn't understand. He's working for the Cryons.
Couldn't quite find a disguise for this.
He couldn't stand out more, could he, in that coat?
And
Amongst Cybermen, with grey and silver. He's got every single other colour.
Why didn't you say something?
And it will cost you your life.
Oh. Oh, wait, the Doctor.
Now he's shot something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I must help him.
It's too late, Doctor. He's dead.
Just leave him.
You must.
Didn't go very well, did it? I don't think I've ever misjudged anybody quite as badly as I did Lytton.
That was quite a shift in tone. It was saving the less I don't know the word.
You end up saving Lytton at the end there. That's kind of the finale, really, isn't it? And I think that's quite cool, actually. You don't expect Lytton to be the one, one of the good guys.
Yeah, but then you see what happens.
You know, and at the end of our resurrection of the Daleks, I think you did say something like it would be interesting if he came back.
Well.
I think we did say that or something. I can't remember.
Well, either way.
Maybe I imagined it because I knew he was coming back.
But yeah, that one. Yeah, I mean, ended on a bittersweet.
A little bit, yeah.
I did like the. I think I liked the story though.
You think you did?
Overall,
Okay.
I mean, I really liked the first part.
Yeah,
Like that, I think that's probably the sort of one I enjoyed the most.
me too. Yeah.
Second one, not quite on the same level, but
How come?
I think it felt a bit slower,
Right.
and it felt a bit slower and a little more sort of talky.
The Cryons do talk very slowly, don't they? And we will help you, Doctor.
I think it was I think it was
I'm
more in
not
the
a fan.
sense that there was a lot of there was kind of exposition, I think.
There's a lot of explaining. Well, Mondas came to Earth, but we destroyed it. But that takes
Yeah.
place in the
The first
future,
part
when the
had
Cybermen are going back inside. Yeah.
The first part had a bit of it, but the second one definitely had a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. And what did you think of the Cybermen in this?
Yeah, they were as they've been.
They were
Yeah.
as they've been.
The scene. That. No.
Yeah. I didn't know that was going to happen the first time I watched it, and it was awful.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. I'm not sure, but
I mean,
I struggle to watch it.
yeah. I mean, obviously, but like, I'm wondering what led to that.
It's about. I think just.
Aside from the time change or whatever you said last time.
Yeah, well, there was that as well. So they were kind of saying, "Well, we can do it." I think that's it. I think it's just, "Well, we can do it." So let's do it. Because you can, it's not the argument for. Well, you've got to show violence as it really is. That's not a reason for doing
They
this.
show aimed at
that's.
families.
Yeah, exactly. It's. I agree with that sentiment, but there's a limit. I go back to Brain of Morbius. It's all in keeping with, a brain on the floor. That's in keeping with the horror. When Kondo gets shot, you get blood coming out of him. It's real, but it's not too much. And I think this is just too much.
I don't know if any younger people watch this.
I doubt
this channel.
Why would younger people? Well, maybe if
I don't
they've
know,
seen,
someone,
but they would have had to have seen Attack of the Cybermen first anyway.
maybe not. Maybe.
Well, I told you this before. Why would someone watch this entire video having never seen it before? Like, don't. Just go watch it first.
I mean, that makes sense, but you never know. You never know. Some people might just watch it anyway.
If you do that, just unwatch the video. What you need to do is you need to steal a time machine, go back in time to stop yourself from watching the video. A bit like the Cybermen in this story.
But they didn't manage to.
They didn't manage to
save Mondas. So,
what are your thoughts now that we've got it's not a regeneration story?
Yeah. He's quite wacky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I already find him to be pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm less uncertain around him, I guess. Or aside from when I thought he was telling Perry to kill somebody, obviously, as you said, that could have just been to.
Oh, it was. I'm sure it was.
Yes.
Although I guess it's deliberately not obvious.
Yeah, like he's so dramatic.
Yeah.
That sometimes you think
he sells it. He sells it. Well, even Perry thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, is an example of the Doctor misjudging someone. He assumed Lytton was working with the Cybermen, so against them. His actions here indirectly led to Lytton's death. And the Doctor stated he'd never misjudged someone quite so badly before. Never do it again. Yeah, I mean, I think this is possibly the first time where the Doctor's really messed up. Although I guess he messed up in the 10th Planet. We've just seen the effects of it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
messed up. If the Earth would have just been destroyed then, if he hadn't done it then.
Yeah.
But it's a consequence of an earlier story.
Yeah, it's much more sort of. There's some emotional complexity to it.
Yeah, the Doctor in saving Earth and saving the humans from being destroyed by the Cybermen led to the Cybermen killing all the Cryons.
Yeah.
But, I don't think you can blame the Doctor for that, because it's not the Doctor's fault that the Cybermen went and killed the Cryons afterwards. This Doctor is perhaps more flawed than the other 5 that we've seen.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, not just in that he misjudged Mitten, in that his personality, he's very assuming, he's very brash.
Yeah, he doesn't stop.
I think I think this is a more flawed Doctor. There's some contention over who exactly wrote Attack of the Cybermen.
Okay, go on.
It's written under the pseudonym Paula Moore. Paula Woolsey and Eric Saywood apparently worked together to write the story with contributions from Ian Levine. Ian Levine, I believe, is like a continuity advisor or something. I don't know much about him. However, Levine claims that he wrote the narrative, which was then developed into a script by Saywood. Saywood denies this and affirms that he wrote the final script and the majority of the narrative, with contributions from Levine and to a very minor extent Woolsey. So, a combination of the 3 people in some kind of thing.
Okay,
Maybe.
well,
Nobody knows.
Yeah, for a story written by multiple people with the sort of uncertainty, could have been a lot worse. I think it turned out fairly well, considering.
Story we used some of the music from Earthshock. Yeah, you
Right.
surprised you didn't notice that. It's the same. When they're travelling in the TARDIS, it's the same music as when the Cybermen have taken over the TARDIS in Earthshock.
Okay, I mean,
And when they're marching, it's the
once you said it, I remembered.
Yeah. This story was rated M in Australia for violence. I'm not surprised. It's you.
Wait, seriously?
It's you.
Well, there you go.
I think they didn't watch it properly. Someone didn't do their job. Someone was
Contains mild violence, threat, and scene of injury detail.
Scene.
Yeah, just scene.
Scene. Is that what it says?
Yeah, I'm making it up.
Single scene of injury detail. Why would that be you? I don't understand. Oh yeah, when Flass is being dragged out on a refrigerated chamber, a couple of the floor crew can be seen kneeling behind some boxes on the right on the screen. I'd never had noticed that before. That was bad. That's probably the worst production mistake I think we've ever had.
Really?
I can't think of the worst one. The more obvious taking you out of the story thing.
Well, I only picked up on it when you rewound back.
Well, if you don't pick up on it, obviously it's fine, but
Yeah.
I saw it straight away. Well, this time I saw it straight away.
Well, and now you can't unsee.
No, yeah, exactly.
You're always going to be like, there it is. Despite some exposition, this was really entertaining and even emotionally thought-provoking in a way.
Okay.
Not that we haven't had Doctor Who stories like that before.
Yeah.
I was going to say a bit earlier, Earthshock is kind of like that as well, with Andrew.
Which is why I'm kind of inclined to say it was more Eric Saywood that wrote it, because it's very similar to Earthshock.
Sure.
I think there's clearly lots of things in there that a continuity advisor would say, you should put this in. Loads of it. But I think most of the script, I'd be very surprised if it wasn't Eric Saywood.
Sure.
Anyway, it's a good start.
Yeah, this is the new season as
Colin?
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is weird, sort of looking at it, that Colin Baker begins at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But as for his first, yes, good start. And I look forward to seeing more.
We'll do it when my DVD arrives.
Well,
the next one.
I mean, when did you get it?
I ordered it about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I realised I didn't have it.
I'm sure it'll. Yeah,
And
I'm sure
as soon as it arrives, they're going to announce that season 22 is the next Blu-ray box set, and I'll have to buy it again.
Bye.